All right, let's jump right in. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are breaking down a monumental shift in how the internet works, moving away from the centralized legacy web and stepping into a completely sovereign Web4 ecosystem. Specifically, we're looking at Linkspreed's UIID, or Universal Integrated Identity. It is literally the architecture of sovereign digital identity, and I'm super excited to show you exactly how this tech works under the hood. So, let's get into it. Real quick, here is our roadmap for how we're going to reclaim our data today. We'll hit the basics, welcome to Web 4, then the anatomy of UID, the privacy engine, passports for AI entities, and finally, the decentralized future. Okay, Section 1, welcome to Web 4. The main thing to grasp right out of the gate is that protecting your digital identity, it isn't just an afterthought anymore. It's the whole foundation of this new frontier. Web 4 is essentially a completely sovereign digital ecosystem. We are, deliberately and by design, transitioning away from that centralized legacy infrastructure we've been stuck with. Instead, the priority is entirely on decentralized, user-controlled data and identity. It's a massive shift in who actually holds the power. To really put this into perspective, think of the legacy Web 2 infrastructure like renting an apartment where your landlord is just watching your every move. You've got siloed corporate architectures, totally fragmented logins, and ultimately you are the product being monetized through surveillance. But Web 4? That is a sovereign ecosystem. You own the house. You've got a decentralized identity, human-verified privacy, and you, the user, are the ultimate administrative authority. That old data extraction model is officially dead. Moving right along, Section 2, the anatomy of UID. So instead of carving up pieces of your identity and handing them out to every single corporation, UIID acts as this comprehensive, decentralized digital passport. And the kicker? It is completely decoupled from individual platforms. It empowers you to govern your own data ecosystem. You're no longer just some end user in their system. You are the sole administrator of your digital life. Now, the real secret sauce here is this concept of a dual-layer split identity. Think of it like a highly secure vault. You've got your core ID. That's the foundational master key of your presence, and it stays totally hidden. Then you have aliases. These are basically context-specific burner keys or guest passes that you hand out to different platforms. The security benefit here is huge, actively preventing external platforms from cross-correlating your web behavior. And privacy-wise, it completely blocks individual tracking across independent services. You can interact everywhere, but you leave zero breadcrumbs pointing back to the real you. I know what you're thinking. How painful is the migration? Well, you aren't starting from scratch with legacy Web 2 bridging. Step 1, you just convert your traditional social and banking logins into sovereign Web 4 keys. Step 2, you authenticate and verify your human status. And step 3, which is frankly the best part, you sever all connections to legacy tracking mechanisms. You bring your digital life with you, but you leave all that corporate surveillance baggage at the door. Oh, and as a really nice bonus, completing that bridging process instantly unlocks 100 gigabytes of secure private Web 4 storage. Because let's be honest, we're all pretty tired of paying endless monthly fees just to store our own photos, right? It's just a great, tangible reward for finally taking control of your identity. All right, let's pop the hood. Section 3, the privacy engine. Let's translate some of this hardcore cryptography into everyday privacy. First, zero-knowledge proofs, or ZKPs. It's cryptographic validation without revealing foundational data. Basically, imagine proving to a bouncer you're over 18 without ever showing them your actual ID or your name. That's what this does digitally. Next, we have WebAuthn and passwordless entry, generating local biometric key pairs. Your fingerprint stays on your device, completely eliminating centralized password databases and interception risks. And finally, the decoupled process engine. This integrates tokens right into local routing layers, protecting your contracts and logistics far away from those giant cloud monopolies. And because all of the security is anchored locally to your actual physical hardware, UIID does something amazing. It fundamentally breaks the business model for bot farms and deepfakes. It makes mass bot networks economically and technologically impossible. Think about it. Creating 1 million fake accounts would literally require 1 million physical phones and 1 million real human heartbeats. The barrier to entry for fraud becomes completely insurmountable. But, this tech isn't just for us humans, which brings up a pretty wild, futuristic question. What exactly happens when autonomous machines and algorithms need to prove their identity in this new ecosystem? Let's explore that in Section 4,
passports for AI entities.
So, starting in version 2.8, the UIID infrastructure expands way beyond just human users. It introduces multi-entity passports, supporting 6 specialized entity types. It actively issues these secure passports to AI agents and autonomous algorithms. Why? Because in a Web 4 world, you absolutely need to guarantee zero trust provisioning. We have to make sure the AI booking our flights can't go rogue and leak our credentials. It actively prevents those dangerous credential leaks from the very machines running our automated systems. And that brings us to our final stop, Section 5. The decentralized future. Now, looking at ecosystem growth and compliance, this is exactly why businesses are going to jump on this. UID offers free verification frameworks that comply with strict standards like Europe's EIDS 2.0. It acts as a total turnkey solution for future enterprise systems. It enables platforms to confidently confirm you are a pre-verified user. But, and this is absolutely crucial, it ensures external platforms never actually access or hold your private records. They get the verification without the massive liability, totally eliminating those isolated, redundant authentication silos built by corporations. Plus, by aiming for 100% compliance with child safety regulations like the KIDS Act, UIDI is really positioning itself as the indisputable standard for safe internet architecture. This isn't just some cool new way to log in. It is being built as the hyper-secure, legally compliant backbone for all our future digital interactions. So, bringing it all together, it really boils down to this quote. Linkspreed's UID redefines identity by returning data ownership to the individual edge device. That is the big takeaway here. The era of surveillance monetization is ending. By setting up this robust cryptographic paradigm, your own hardware, your edge device, is the new center of power. As we wrap up this explainer, I'll leave you with this question. Are you ready to stop renting your digital identity from legacy platforms and finally own it? Are you ready to take back your master key and step into a private, human-verified, multi-entity future? The decentralized web is literally at our fingertips. Thanks for hanging out and exploring the architecture of Linkspreed UIID with me. I'll catch you next time.